NEA 10 was 2.1, NEA 11 was 1.1, NEA 12 was 2.5, and NEA 13 was also 2.5. So we are unique in the venture industry in terms of our investment strategy. We are diversified across sector, stage, and geography. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. On the sector front, we invest in information technology, healthcare, life sciences, and clean tech. Those are the three legs of our sector strategy. On the stage side, I like to describe it as a barbell strategy. So we invest about 50% of our dollars in early stage, seed stage, and sort of Series A, some Series B. And then we invest a lot in growth equity. The remaining 50% of our dollars go into growth equity, right? So we will do B's and C's or later stage venture capital, but it's harder to build a practice around that for us, unless there is some company which has a lot of momentum to it. But we do it, So for instance, Salesforce.com was one of those that we invested late as a late stage investment. From a geography point of view, we are obviously heavily weighted here in the US. I'd say about 80% of our dollars and about 80% of our people are out here. But India and China are two emerging markets that we have on-the-ground presence in. So we have offices in Mumbai and Bangalore in India, Shanghai and Beijing in China. So that's kind of a quick overview of NEA. We're 12 general partners here, 6 on the West Coast, 6 on the East Coast. Typically with a large fund, because you don't want to have so many companies, so do you usually go for like a minimum $3 to $5 million? No. I have done, if you look at my own portfolio, I have done, what is it? I'll say about 4 or 5 $1 million investments. Really? Oh yeah, absolutely. And what I like to do is two things. I will invest in a company if I think it has, major upside potential, almost an open-ended upside potential at that stage. Obviously, not everything will pan out that way. And then the other thing that I look for is what does the entrepreneur want to do? If the entrepreneur wants to go flip it for a relatively short, that's not doesn't fit us because we're looking for a significant gain on it, and we are prepared to be patient with our investments. Patient in 3 to 5 years. Absolutely, 5 to 7 years even. 5 to 7 years even. In fact, we have one investment that our co-founder Dick Kramlich has made, which is about 18 years and still going strong. So it's an NEA 4, 9, 10, 11 investment. So we even have a crossover across multiple funds even. So that's I say that's almost to a fault. I keep telling Dick, sell the damn thing. Very unusual. Yeah, very unusual. Yes, that's true.
You touch base with health industry investing. So do you invest in any right now a lot of things going on the electronic patent management kind of thing?
Yeah.
What kind of opportunities are there, and what kind of investment you are doing in the health sector?
To be honest with you, it's been 10 years since I left Healthy on WebMD, and I no longer want to even claim that I know anything about healthcare because it's been so long, and there's a lot of stuff going on. The good news is we have a dedicated healthcare team, so I still actually get deal flow on the healthcare space that I quickly palm off to Frank Tordy and the team on our West Coast. But there is quite a bit of stuff happening on whether it be practice management software or EMR related stuff, electronic. It's a very crowded space. And although there is some interesting regulation that is providing the catalyst, there are some pretty large players that are trying to solve this also. But I think there may be some white spaces. I'm a little detached now because I'm very rusty on the state of the market there.
Yeah, we'll have last question before we wrap up keynotes.
Yeah, are you seeing any entrepreneurship avenues in IT or noise?
Sorry, I didn't catch the question. Could you repeat it again?
The question is, are you seeing any entrepreneurship avenues in
IPTV?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's becoming hot nowadays.
I think that there there is I see some innovation happening in the whole video caching space, where people are trying to cache videos at the edge of the network at actually various levels, so that service providers can then distribute those videos and optimize it for the last mile kind of thing. I think the whole IPTV space is kind of, at least in the US, is being dominated by the cable MSOs. And the CLECs, ILECs have kind of fallen by the wayside. That's not necessarily true outside of the US. In Europe, and particularly in Japan, there's various other technologies and other players that have a play. But IPT is definitely a valid. It's here to stay. A lot of service providers are getting into it. One of the interesting things that is also happening there is service providers are trying to get into the CDN space themselves, right? Because what they're finding is this, right? If you think about it, they are being sort of reduced to dumb pipes. So the same video is going through their pipes, and on top of that, if the CDN is hosted in a different service provider network, they have to pay these toll charges, right, which end up becoming quite expensive. And so both from a CapEx and OpEx point of view, they're looking to find ways to actually cache that video within their own networks and deliver it to the consumer. So they're starting to get in the CDN space and go market directly to the actual publishers, the video publishers. So there's some interesting stuff going on there as well. Okay. Thank you, guys.
A couple of announcements, and then I would like all the Power Connect leads to come forward and take a photo with Kittu. So Sridhar, so Sridhar will make an announcement on the next event.
Thank you, Sridhar. I'm also Sridhar, so just keep emailing each other. Hey Sridhar, hey Sridhar. So I'll be hosting or helping to organize the next event, which is on October 24th. It will be actually something different. We've had a lot of entrepreneurs come in and delivered keynote speeches. This time around, we're thinking of getting somebody from the academia side. So the keynote speaker for the next event, which is on October 24th, will be Sunil Kumar. Sunil is the newly appointed dean of Chicago's Booth School of Business. He's actually currently at Stanford as an operations research professor, and he was also the associate dean for academic affairs at Stanford. He actually re-architected their MBA curriculum and deployed that in 2007. And he's actually, the reason why we have him here is actually he's an NITian. He graduated from NIT Surathkal in 1990. So it'll be a great honor to have him here and deliver the keynote speech. We will also have Power Connect sessions just like we have today, and I'll be working with Sridhar to coordinate that. So I hope you all can join us. And we were actually thinking if you want to pre-register for this event, we'll probably give a 10% discount today. So please consider pre-registering. Thank you.
And Pradeep, who has been with me right from day one, this is the 7th event we are organizing. So he will be sharing about the successes that we have seen in the last 7 months.
Actually, why not we start dinner and then I don't want to get beaten here.
Okay, so then we will take a photo with
I can wait.
And one more thing is we have Silicon Valley LinkedIn group. One thing that we want more active participation in the discussion. What we plan to do is the person who asks the best question before the next event, he will get a prize. And the people who participate in the discussion, the best person who answers, he will also get a prize. So we want active participation on the social media. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Take it.
Get out.
Jordan. Oh, okay. Hi.
And also, like, I would like volunteers to come forward to make this event successful.
No, he's come back. Oh, is it? Okay. Sure. Okay. Actually, Kumar should
We can leave the back.
Amit, can you move that side or this side? Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Take a couple of close-up pictures, please. Because I know how my camera works.